Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for the people who don't know, Jason just came back from a huge Euro trip.
We were there for 3 weeks. We did some stuff for the Discovery show we're doing, and then we shot vlogs and
you went to Slovakia, Vienna, France, Italy.
Jeez, where we go? Yeah, first we went to Vienna because that's like an easy entry point to Slovakia. Then we went to Slovakia, did some stuff there. Came back to Vienna. Then we went to Rome. Then we went to the Amalfi Coast.
What?
We were gone a long time.
I know. Or should we? I kind of want to hear a lot of stories about all these.
I would love to. Matt and I are actually going to Italy 1 week from today.
So excited for you.
We're going to a wedding.
Oh, very excited. Yeah.
Bro, I need to go like 3 times a year.
To Italy?
To anywhere in Europe.
Okay.
It's that good.
There were moments where I had FOMO, but then I reminded myself,
we're going anyway.
We're going.
Yeah.
Soon.
You
know?
No, you'll be there before you know it.
Yeah, definitely.
We had an Airbnb with our group, and it was mutiny.
Well,
it was like half the group hated the Airbnb.
An Airbnb with the Antonians, too, probably is a little bit more chaotic than...
That's my one thing about the whole Europe thing. Like, I was like, looks like they're having a great time. I would not want to go to Europe with the Antonians. All love to the Antonians. I love them, but I could not rely on them in like the pace of European life.
They were great. They were great. They brought so much to it. Because just the way they are and how funny they are, and you could say, Susie, let's go look at this park bench, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's go." Like they're just excited to see stuff. Yeah. And Jonah's hilarious, and Susie's hilarious, and they were great. They were loud at times, guys.
Yeah.
But it didn't bother me, I was just like, whatever. We had one fight at the very, very, very last day. We went, David wanted to go get goulash, which is what he had that. He had that as a child. And this other thing called langosh, which is bread. It's almost like naan, but different. It's like crispy bread with like sour cream and pepperoni on it. It's good. And we went to this restaurant, and it was the only restaurant we went to that didn't have an English menu at all. So we kind of were going outside our comfort zone. And I was starving, and it went to Jonah to order, and he was taking a long time. And I was like, Jonah, just pick something like that. And he just went, that's it. I'm done. He's like, I'm sitting over here. And so he goes and he sits at the table behind us. And the waiter is like, why is he sitting over here? Is everything okay? And we're like, he's a fucking idiot. He's fine. And that was like the one fight we had. But the good thing about, the Antonians and everybody is like we get mad at each other and it's like over in a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no like prima donnas in the group at all. And if somebody is a prima donna for a second, there's like 9 people telling them you're being an asshole.
Yeah. Keep them in check and bust their balls.
Like, so even if I bitch for a second, they'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Was David speaking Slovakian to like guide you guys around? And was he like a good...
Or has he been kind of full of shit on how well he can speak Slovakian? Because he always says he can, but he won't do it.
He came in really handy when we'd be in vans in Slovakia, because a lot of people don't speak English in Slovakia, whereas like in Vienna and Italy and Paris, they spoke English. And so he was really good. He could definitely understand what they were saying. And he couldn't talk so well, but he definitely, there was a couple times where I was like, oh my God, thank God you speak Slovakian, like at the border and stuff like that.
It's always good to have someone that speaks, like you go to Mexico, you want someone who speaks Spanish. When I go to Tel Aviv, I'm usually the translator it's nice to know that we're not going to get stuck at the border.
But I haven't traveled much in my life. I mean, I haven't really gone places. The last 5 years I've been like just working here, and we couldn't go anywhere because of David. And so it was insane. It was insane just to be gone. Just to be like, what?
Out of the country.
And Todd's the best on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
The best. Because he's like, he would like just text me at 8:30, coffee downstairs, and I'd be like, fuck yeah. And the coffee over there is so much better, and little espressos. Want to go work out? Yeah, I do.
Wait, Todd said he like came back with this whole new like routine about like drinking. He's like espresso, beer, wine, cigarette, espresso, beer. It was like the new gym tan laundry.
Yeah,
that sounds
Europe. Like Todd.
He was just.
If it's not an espresso, it's a beer, and if it's not a beer, it's wine.
Is it a place you want to go back with your kids?
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to take them.
Do you think they would like it?
Yeah, because they're like you guys. They like learning and stuff. Not like the rest of our friends. You know what I mean? Like we walked around the Louvre or whatever it's called. I can't even say it.
The Louvre.
Yeah, we were like, let's see the Mona Lisa and leave. But I'm sure, like
we would spend a day there. Yeah,
Richie was taking pictures of all the penises, all the sculptures.
And that's what his like whole Instagram post today. I'm like, Is it just me or like everything's a penis? Did you guys work out? Were you able to like keep up with your fitness regime? No.
Were you eating good?
Yeah, we ate so good. We went to had Israeli food one night. We went to Scolio de Tommaso. We sat next to Bobby Flay one night at like a really nice restaurant.
I know Bobby Flay's daughter.
You know Bobby Flay's daughter?
Yeah, Sophie Flay. She's a correspondent for like LA News.
She
and
is?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
She's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ate at La Scolio before.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
Many years ago.
We're alienating the audience so much.
Yeah.
Talking about five-star
It was so
restaurants.
funny because Danielle was like, Todd's assistant was stressed out about trying to book this certain restaurant
Right.
for you guys. I'm like, what is the name of this restaurant? She's like, La Scolio? I'm like, out of all places.
But it is really special.
Yeah.
It
Did
really
they come out and
is.
like show you the fish before they like cooked it or anything like that?
They did not show us the fish because they were just kind of do what they were going to do, which is like how we wanted it. You know, like we want to like just give us the best things that you have. And
Was there something you ate that like you still think about? That you were just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life.
It's funny you asked because the thing that I ate that really, really I keep thinking about is the Israeli place we went to.
In what country?
That was in Vienna. And we walked in and they were super Israeli.
Yeah.
They were not the nicest.
Mm-hmm.
They were like pretty militant.
Yeah.
They looked like they were ready for some kind of fight.
Yeah.
It was the best food I've ever tasted. Just like a sweet potato in like a pizza oven. Just like a steak and egg sandwich in pita, like stuff like that. It was so good.
A little bit of hummus.
It made me want to go to Israel and eat. Because I've heard the food is so good there.
Anytime you want to go, well, I'm
people
there.
rave about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's great you guys are getting your podcast up and going again.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting on one right now. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be out.
You were really wanting the podcast to get up and going, right? I mean, you had to eat a spider for $10,000 because
yeah, there's been a lot of bets on the line about how to get that podcast. I was going to buy him a Rolls Royce to get a podcast. That was one pitch. I was like, I can't afford a Rolls Royce. What are you talking about?
I don't get why people buy Rolls Royces if you're going to drive it. I think Rolls Royce is a car you have for people to drive you around.
Yeah,
in.
the Rolls Royce is the car you get driven in. The Bentley is the car that you drive. That's like what they say.
Doesn't the Rolls Royce come with a driver? Isn't there a package? No, I'm serious.
I bet there is.
I watched the
there
video
is.
too that like every Rolls Royce is custom made. You can't just go in and buy one off the
Yeah.
shelf. You have to like go through and pick what you want and customize every single aspect of
The
it.
Rolls Royce truck one though is pretty cool. Like the one that Kylie Jenner brought over to David's house that one time.
Yeah.
That one I think you could drive by yourself. The other ones like a Phantom and stuff.
Yeah, you want a
need
driver.
driver. I made
Yeah.
a joke though to Kylie Jenner. I said like, but what if I told you that this was a Mazda? Like, because everyone was like, you know the commercial. You know how everyone like walks around the unbranded car and they're like, well, this is
This has to be a really expensive luxury car.
And I'm like,
yeah.
"Yep, it's actually a Mazda.
It's a Mazda? Wow.
Kylie Jenner thought it
Guys,
was really
seriously,
funny.
what
I
did you
said,
do with my Rolls Royce? I want it back.
Yeah.
Seriously, you guys, like kind of serious.
Probably.
So we are going to Italy. Do you have any advice for? I've never been, so I'm curious as someone who's recently come back from Italy.
I mean, just have a good time and just eat a lot. And just eat as much as you can and walk a lot so you can eat as much as you can.
What's overrated? Is the Trevi Fountain overrated?
No, the Trevi Fountain's cool.
The Coliseum's cool.
Yeah, I the Coliseum's cool. I heard you like don't have to go inside. That it's the inside is basically like the outside. It's just more ruins.
Yeah.
So it looks the same.
I was always disappointed thinking like you know in the Lizzie McGuire movie how she like performs inside the Coliseum. I
Yeah.
thought that was like a real thing. You could go and see shows at the Coliseum.
Not anymore.
No.
I think it was like 1,000 years ago.
Jake Paul's next fight is in the Coliseum.
Did they tell you a lot of like stories though at the Coliseum? Like, oh wait, did you guys go inside of it?
No, we didn't because you have to buy it a day in advance. And so
Oh.
we were like, the problem with traveling with like 10 people is like everyone always wants to leave. So we'd only be in a place for like a couple days and then we'd have to go.
Right.
And so like we were in Amalfi and we wanted to stay longer, but a bunch of the group wanted to leave. So, but that was probably the best part of the trip was the Amalfi Coast, just being in the beach. We hit great weather, clear water. And to me, the beach is the best. So yeah.
Did you learn any Italian while you were there?
No.
No, none.
I wasn't there long enough. Like I really wanted to like, that's something that I said I would love to do is like go to France and like live there and like learn the language and be able to speak and stuff like that would be Like if I hit the lottery tomorrow, like that's what I would do.
Were the people nicer in Italy than France? Because, like, France always has the reputation that they're
little
not very
snotty.
nice to Americans. They don't even want you to try to, like, speak French with them.
I think that what I was told was that the French people, they want you to try and speak French. They want you to come in and
To make funny.
and what?
To make funny.
Yeah, to make fun of you.
Yeah.
No, but they want you to like be respectful of the language and like you're in a special place now. So please try to be respectful of where you are because it is that special, which I understand. But yeah, you get a little attitude. But honestly, everybody we met was so nice.
Right.
Literally, like, I don't know. France was interesting, man. It's just like New York, but clean and no skyscrapers.
Did you find it easier to be filming there, like picking up a camera and just filming because you're in a new place? Was that a little bit easier?
Oh yeah, it's so easy.
Less stressful than just like, what do I do today? All right, we're gonna French fry bowl today.
Yeah, you can do anything, and
Yeah.
it's like, and everybody was there, and
We don't know much about what the Discovery show is going to be about.
right.
We don't.
No,
Can
we
you
do.
can you hint on anything of like what it's going to cover that
Yeah,
the
it's just-
vlogs normally don't?
It's just like all of us traveling the world and going to all these places, and like,
Right.
Higher
and the
production
friendships we
value.
make along the way.
Is the momentum though like different having the crew film you versus David kind of being the mastermind behind a lot of bits?
It's I like it. It's very different because I love when David's not filming because I like to like he's so funny when he's on camera and he doesn't have the stress of filming it.
Yeah.
So like it's really funny when he'll like kind of lead the charge and be like, okay, Jonah, you stupid fuck, what are you doing? Jason, you old fuck, let's go. Like shit like that is so funny. And so yeah, like I love that aspect of it. I don't know if he likes it, but I like it.
Did you find love at all?
Yeah, I went on a date when I was there.
Oh, you did. Did you use Bumble or like Tinder or anything while you were out there? Did they like have a Tinder?
I definitely like looked, but no, I didn't like have any matches.
So how did you score a date?
I was at a restaurant and some girl came up to me and started talking to me and then the next night we went out and that was it.
Oh.
She was German.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was living in Paris and I don't know. It was fun. I mean, it was just
Did
like,
any the other crew, the single ones that were there, have any good moments?
that I don't know. I don't know. I mean, with like girls,
Yeah.
who's really good with girls is Ilya.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
No, like Ilya has this energy to him where like if I have like a group of friends who like come over and everyone's like hanging out and they're kind of new with meeting everyone, one will always whisper to me like,
What's his deal?
Yeah, what's his deal?
He's cute.
Yeah.
I like him.
It was we were in the museum and I think David said to Ilya like, I think Ilya said like, oh that girl's cute or whatever, and then David was like, go get her number, go do it right now, and he was like, yeah, and then he went over and he's like, what's my opening line, and I think someone's like, I don't know, and Ilya's like, how about nice painting. And he went over and he was like, nice painting.
oh wow,
And she was like, yeah, it is a nice painting.
and he got the number.
And he got the number, yeah. I don't know if he
smooth.
called her or anything, but yeah, he was really smooth.
No, Mike, I have some beef lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got some big beef with the banks.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, the banks right now are always getting to me, man. There's always these long lines, there's these transaction fees, and they have the clunkiest apps. I mean, their apps crash all the time.
And they're so complicated and difficult to use. So many menus and things. I don't even understand
It's
it.
my money.
I
My
know.
money's on the line, Mike. But thankfully, I've came across Current lately, and
Love Current.
they have changed my game.
And there's actually a $1,000 giveaway that we'll talk about in just a second.
Current believes that banking should be more accessible and affordable. No surprises, no minimum balances. They are a technology that helps you manage your money straight from your phone.
And I'm sure you've heard people talk about Current. Our friends have talked about Current. It is the best. Current's easy-to-use app and debit card gives you flexibility, freedom, and faster access to your money.
And they have benefits like you earn points every time you swipe with your debit card at eligible merchants that's redeemable for cash back.
And there's no fees at over 40,000 in-network all-point ATMs in the U.S. So get your money without paying for it.
And you know me, I love a good all-point ATM. Those are the only ATMs I mess with. You know what I'm talking about? Because every time I have my Current app, I know that I can get great access with it.
And it also helps you keep track of your money. You know where it's spending, you know what you're spending it on. It's a fantastic app for staying on top of your finances.
And what's even great about Current is that they have a premium account, okay? This is the top level, and you get to enjoy direct deposits up to 2 days early.
And you can overdraft up to $100 with no overdraft fee.
Now, guys, here's the fun part. For a limited time, we, Mike and I, have partnered up with Current to give away $1,000.
Woo! It's our first giveaway on Hoot and a Half.
That's right, $1,000.
That's right. Current is going to give away $250 to 4 of you, the listeners of our show.
It could be you. All you have to do is download the Current app and enter our code HOOT, H-O-O-T, to enter for a chance to win.
And remember, that's Hoot, H-O-O-T, during sign up, and the winners will be announced soon. You could be one of the winners of the first ever Hoot and a Half giveaway.
I'm rooting for you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the 4 people that are going to win $250. The holidays are coming up, people. Don't you want to afford your flights to see your family? Don't you want to buy some presents for them? Think about all the possibilities you can do with that $250 and also signing up for Current.
Current is the way to go. Download the Current app, sign up for an account, takes less than 2 minutes, and enter code HOOT for a chance to win.
Visit current.com/hoot for full terms and conditions.
Switching gears a little bit, I've wanted to ask you this. Norm Macdonald recently passed away.
Oh, yeah. I
You
know.
used to work for him.
Yeah, I used to work for him.
I thought of you immediately.
You did?
Same.
I got so
Right.
many
And I
texts
wanted
from
to like
people.
reach out
You
to
should've.
you. I know, but then I felt like Jason is in Europe right now. And I bet he's getting flooded with texts because the
Yeah.
moment it happened was within like 30 minutes. I
Yeah.
found out, and I figured. But yeah, you used to be his intern, right?
I used to be his intern, and I used to be his assistant.
When he was
and
at SNL.
In 95, he started, I think he started Update. And then I was his intern. And then I think I came back the next year in 96 and was his assistant. And he was a genius, man. He I didn't even know how, I thought everybody was that funny. Like when I started, and I was like, oh, it took me like 20 years to be like, oh, he was like really, really special.
Yeah, he was like his own being in a
Yeah.
way. He wasn't trying to be anybody else.
He did
was
not
just
give a fuck. Like I saw him like one night at Caroline's, just like wasn't going well, and he just did bird calls for like 15 minutes. Like he didn't care at all. And he taught me a lot, and I learned so much like watching him, and I used to like, he'd get drunk, I'd like take him home, put him to bed, stuff like that.
When was the last time you had contact with him? Had it been a while? Do you kind of like wish you
I
did
tried.
stay in touch?
He like reached out maybe like 3 years ago to like maybe do a video, and then when I reached back out, he never responded.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I didn't know he was sick or anything,
Mm.
so I'm assuming that's why like he would never. Because all I wanted, I would said in the video and the message, I was like, I don't even need to do a video. Like I just want to hang out and just talk to you because he's so funny.
It's a really like strange thing when celebrities though are sick and they don't tell anybody and they just keep it with their their close family, friends, and loved ones,
Right.
and then the day it happens, they're gone, and the whole world is like,
Yeah.
whoa. And so I'm curious, like if you were ever like diagnosed, do you think you would keep it private or would you let the people know?
Oh, I'd 100% keep it private.
Yeah,
That's good content, Jay. Like
let's think about the content.
Maybe.
Let's think about the money you can leave behind.
Maybe.
that's a good chunk of content for
Maybe.
making videos.
Maybe for my kids, yeah. If that was like some money I could make for them, then maybe I would. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
That's all about.
And then, but then I think though it's dealing with the stress of like, not the stress, but just the weird shift in everybody and how they interact with you, knowing that you have a limited time.
100%.
Where like suddenly everyone's nicer to you. They want, let's get a picture, just let's remember this moment. And you're like, those types of moments would just
make you feel like a charity case.
kind of in a way where I just wish
People would
if there was
treat you
more
differently.
authenticity in my final moments.
Yeah.
But then I don't know.
But you know
enjoy
this-
it.
this
like,
group-
now finally y'all
yeah,
really,
everyone's
yeah,
Enjoy
get a
it,
little
yeah.
taste. Yeah.
Of course, this group would be mean to you anyway. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
sure it'd be like, "Oh, Matt, you're gonna be dead in a couple weeks. Shut the fuck up." You know?
Oh no.
Can you share some things that you learned from him, like comedically? Is there
One thing he taught me. This is like one of the first things I ever learned from him. Was like my job was to take the 1,000 update jokes that were faxed in and go through them and then possibly like red mark them, like this one maybe, this one maybe, this one's in your
Like
point.
normal like this, normal like this.
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah,
thing?
yeah. Or at least like put them so he could read them, you know,
Yeah.
highlight stuff. And I remember he was like, no, it's all wrong, you know, whatever. And he was like, he told me, he goes, the joke needs to be as far away from the premise as you could possibly get. And that was what he told me, and that always stuck with me.
Yeah.
And that, because that was his style, you know.
Yeah,
He would
just
like take
completely-
you down this one way and then just fucking level you
Yeah.
with something that you did not see coming. That was why his update was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's similar to what Jerry Seinfeld describes a joke. He said, like, it's like jumping over a cliff.
Yeah.
And the perfect joke is you just make it over. If it's too far, you're going to fall. And if it's too close, it's not satisfying. And the joke has to be just far away enough that everyone can be on the same page for it.
That's definitely more Seinfeld, but I don't think that's Norm.
Norm is like, he'll
Yeah.
push it. And even if you fall, it's still funny to him.
Oh,
Hey, Jason, sorry guys. Did you want me to take you to call him?
Todd's here.
Oh, Todd's here. What's going on, Todd?
Jason, hey, sorry to interrupt you guys. Did you want me to take you to your colonoscopy appointment tomorrow still? I'll take that as a maybe.
that was a private conversation. You know that my car is in the shop,
I guess.
and
you
I
could-
asked you in confidence if you could give me a ride. Now, if I knew you were going to come in here and broadcast this to 60,000 people who watch this podcast, 60? 100?
60, 100? 60, 100?
60, 100,000 to broadcast this personal information to 60, 100,000 people. Well, then you know what, sir? I would have picked somebody else.
All right, well, you guys look good in here. I'll let you go. I gotta get
Thanks
out
for
of here.
that stop
Yeah,
in,
thanks for
Yeah,
Todd.
of course.
coming in.
I'll see you guys tonight.
Yeah, we're around.
Cool.
Yeah.
Much love.
I
Stay cool.
will.
Have fun.
Todd and I are
cool.
going out tonight.
Stay
I'm not
cool.
going out tonight. I have a big day tomorrow.
What do you have to do?
I can't say too much. I think I can dance
Oh,
around.
I know what you're doing tomorrow. Bye,
See you, Todd.
I have
Oh, yeah,
one
Matt,
funny
well-
Norm Macdonald story, but I already told it on our podcast. Should I tell it here?
Sure.
Okay, so we went out one night, and I was like new to the city, and it was like, I don't know, I was like 21 years old, and I went out with everybody from the cast, and I was like thrilled to be out with everybody. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm out with everybody. And so, anyways, I went home with this girl or whatever, and then I went in the next day, and he was like, hey, what happened with that girl? You know, and I was like, oh, like the weirdest thing, like she put cocaine on my penis. And he was like, what? You put cocaine on your penis? What? Put cocaine in your cock? And I was like, yeah, but don't tell anyone. Because you know how like dumb you are when you're like
Yeah, you
20,
think it's secret
21.
with it.
That's
Yeah.
gonna get out.
Like you have no concept of like what I have no concept of like what comedians are and
Yep.
what they do.
Nothing
And-
is sacred.
And
It's all.
I'm thinking of him like he's my brother or something. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, so don't tell anybody like that. The worst person to tell. He's like, yeah, don't worry, I won't say anything. He's like, your secret's safe with me. And then I swear to God, maybe like 10 minutes later, like the UPS guy comes in with packages and he's like, hey, what's up, Norm? How's it going? He's like, yeah, pretty good, Richie. How's it going? He's like, not bad. Got a couple packages for you. And then he goes, hey, Richie, you know this guy over here, Jason, the intern? This guy likes cocaine on his cock. And I go, no. You know how embarrassed you get when you're like young and you don't have that ability to like push anything off. I'm like, no. I don't like cocaine on my cock. And Norm's like, well, that's not what you just told me. And I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I said this girl put it. He's like, oh, all right, okay, weirdo. And then for like the next year, no matter where he was, he would say that to
That's how
anybody.
he introduced you. That's your
Oh,
calling
man.
card.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then my mom came. My mom came to visit SNL, and I would work the door at the party. That was my other job. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I know he's gonna say cocaine on my cock to my mom. Like, I know he's gonna tell I'm sure he's been waiting to do it.
Oh my
Your
God.
mom's coming to visit, right? And sure enough, we were at the party, and he's like, hey, Mrs. Nash, did you know your son likes cocaine on his cock? And my mom goes, well, that's fine, Norm. I'm sure you like a lot of weird stuff too.
It's like the most Lorraine response.
She had a
Wow.
good comeback.
That's great.
It sucks. Like I wish I was. That's what everybody says about him is like that they didn't really know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was he was just like you read his book, he's just like a drifter. He would describe stand-up as like being like a drifter, just like a lonely.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like, even when I go to like, I went to East Brunswick in like April for like 3 nights.
Factory?
2 shows a night. And it is brutal.
To just do stand up like in some
It's
town.
like you're just attending to drunk people. Like,
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's where I went to college. I was right by the Stress Factory. That's where I lived.
I love when my manager calls me and I'm like, he's like checking in to make sure I haven't off myself in my hotel room.
Mike does that with me all the time. He's like, hey, just want to make sure you're alive.
Yeah, if I don't hear from Matt for 2 or 3 days and I don't see any Instagram stories, I'm like, uh-oh.
It's because I'm like enjoying, like
Usually it is.
Yeah, but he's here with Zane and Todd. This is different. This is like you're in like Spokane, Washington. You know,
on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
I haven't seen your wife
lonely
or
as hell.
kids or whatever in weeks.
You know, Mike, it's great to be rewarded, you know,
Love feeling-
for things that you do in life. But most of the time we get rewarded for stuff that we have to put a lot of work and effort into. But wouldn't it be great if you got rewarded for something you just do every day?
Just feeling appreciated for just being me.
Well, Mike, can you imagine getting rewarded for brushing your teeth?
That would be fantastic. Something I do twice a day. That would be great.
Oh, really?
Do you not brush your teeth twice a day?
No, I do brush my teeth twice a day. I was going to try to one-up you and say, well, I do it 3 times a day.
Well, when you're eating a lot of garlic and mayonnaise, yeah.
Well, that's all I eat, Mike. But with Quip Smart Electric Toothbrush, good habits can earn you great perks, like free products, gift cards, and more.
This is something that's brand new. It rewards you and your mouth.
The Quip Smart Brush, that's for adults and kids, connects to the Quip app with Bluetooth. And it can track how well you brush, get tips and coaching to improve your habits.
Could always be doing it better.
But what's great is that you can earn points for daily brushing and bonus points for completing challenges like streaks.
You can redeem them for rewards for things like gift cards, products,
Discounts.
you name it, from Quip and their partners.
And if you already have a Quip, you can upgrade it to a smart motor and keep the features and functions that you love.
Everybody loves an upgrade. Sensitive sonic vibrations, a 2-minute timer, and 30-second pulses for a guided clean. It's slim, lightweight, and sleek. There's no wires or bulky charger to weigh you down. And beyond the brushing, Quip has everything you need for a complete routine. And they have toothpaste, gum, floss, and mouthwash.
And in addition to brushes, they offer the refills of the floss, the toothpaste, the mouthwash, and gum every 3 months for just $5.
Whoa. And shipping is free, so you can save money and avoid the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping.
So join over 5 million mouths that already use Quip and save hundreds compared to other Bluetooth brushes when you get a Quip Smart Brush for just $45.
I've personally been using Quip for years, and it's literally changed my life. I love it so much. It's probably the favorite thing in my bathroom.
Oh, and I love all the gift cards and discounts I get because of it, Mike.
Yeah, it makes you want to brush more when you're using Quip because you know you're getting those points and you know you're getting rewards.
So start getting rewards for brushing your teeth today. Go to getquip.com/hoot right now to save $10 on a smart electric toothbrush.
That's $10 off a smart electric toothbrush at getquip.com/hoot. GETQUIP.com/hoot. HOOT.
Quip, the good habits company.
Get brushing, and we'll see you next time. What's the most amount of money you ever lost?
Gambling?
Just in general. What was your worst financial decision you ever made?
we all invested in that fucking coin.
Dogecoin?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I only invested like $300 in that.
Oh, well, I didn't. Terrible.
Terrible investment. Is it doing worse?
I won't check it
Yeah.
because I don't want it to
haven't
ruin
checked
my
it either.
day. Yeah, these crypto things, don't do it.
But like TikTok makes it seem like everyone is becoming millionaires from NFTs and stuff, and I'm still like, I don't get it, but like I couldn't live with like even making money off of it. I'd be like, oh, well, no, because I'd be like, what just happened?
Right. It is easy money. If
It's
you
like
can do
winning gambling. Like it's nice, but you're like, but that wasn't real, and I don't even like that I won because it makes you want to do it again.
Right.
And you
Yeah,
don't
that's
feel
dangerous.
like, I don't know, like money has to like be earned, and when you're just moving it around, sometimes it's just like.
I also like I tried to do like stocks and stuff on my own. I like started in like April, and it's such a time suck. And it like takes your mind away from like what I should be doing, which is like creating and doing things. And so I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I sold everything.
Are you still working on your book?
Yeah. Still working on it.
Is that going to come out, or it's like a still in work in progress?
Yeah, it's gonna come out soon. There's like they wanted some changes, and we're still working on it.
Yeah, it's more of a think piece at the moment.
I'm excited
it's done.
for it.
It's done.
Do
But
you
it's not-
write it on a laptop or like a typewriter?
No, I chisel it in stone. And,
Yeah. Or you
Right
just
up,
you have Jess like, sitting there with a pen, and you just
A
walk
fountain pen,
around
yeah.
with your hands behind your back, looking at the sky out the window, just telling her, just to capture your stream of consciousness.
Writing's fun, and I wish I would love to keep writing, but I don't know. I'm not good with like doing 5 things at once. I can like make videos, or I could do stand up, or I could write, but I can't like
Do all of them at the same
mix
time.
and match.
No,
Yeah.
It's hard
It's
to
really tough.
shift from one thing to another.
Podcast and
Do you ever think you would start your own podcast away from David?
Yeah, if you didn't want to do it anymore, I would start my own podcast. I've thought about it.
I would love just to hear you go on like rants by yourself.
I would love that too.
Yeah, I think you could have some really good stuff.
Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we keep views going. And it sounds like he wants to do it again.
Are you guys going to start recording on the set?
No, just audio.
What's going to happen to that set?
I mean, like maybe we'll do some. I
Oh.
think there was maybe we're gonna do like some video on Patreon.
Oh,
But
we should go just do.
you should go.
we
We
should
should
go
go
do
set.
let's put the set to use over there.
should
rent
It's
it
a
out.
full-on studio.
I know it's a great set too.
It's not a bad idea. We can just slap a Hoot and a Half sticker in the back and set up views.
Please, David, please.
He should rent it out to you.
We were already asking Jeff when we were on his. Like,
Oh yeah, Jeff's studio is really nice.
Jeff's is great.
I like ours because it just has heart. It's sincere. It's nothing too flashy.
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for this. I think this is what people like on YouTube.
Thank
You know, like they like homemade kind of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like this was built by like some big production company, and you
Right.
know,
As long as
it's
the
not.
audio's good and
Yeah, audio's great.
yeah. Yo, I got this dog.
Like,
he watches TV. He watches Housewives with me. It's really
Is that his
strange.
favorite show?
I think so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all I watch.
You watch Housewives?
Oh, I love Housewives.
Jason, why are you watching that?
What?
There's,
What are you talking
there's
about?
better content
There's,
than that.
there's really good
Oh
stuff
no,
out there.
no. When you had a bad day and you're just like want to like forget all your problems, just put on a little Lisa Rinna. It is so good.
Is it funny to you, or is it like
No,
you
it's
just
just
love
like
the chaos
it's just
of
like
it?
oh my god, these women are such train wrecks.
Which one? Which is your favorite
City?
City, Beverly Hills.
I only watch Beverly
Atlanta.
Hills. I only watch Beverly Hills.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch Little Women of Atlanta.
Are they short?
Yes, they're little people.
Are there little people?
Yeah.
Oh, they have a Real Housewives with little people.
Yes,
That's
that's where
where-
Miss Juicy.
Oh, that's where Miss Juicy's from.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There's so
I
much
like
content.
that.
Hey, you know what's a great show? This
What?
this fucking Only Murders in the Building. Have you seen
Oh
it?
yes, with
So
Martin
good.
Short, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And so I've only watched the first 3 episodes. I'm not a big fan of Selena Gomez.
I've never seen Selena Gomez before. I don't know where she's from. I know she dated Justin Bieber. She's great.
I think she does an impression of good acting.
Oh, really?
That's my opinion. All respect to Selena. I'm not as successful as Selena.
Right.
But I just think they could have casted somebody with a little bit more
Really?
being next to the greats of Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Oh, I thought
But
she was fine.
I
think
am
she was
watching it. Don't spoil it for me.
I won't. To see those two though, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're so good.
They actually do a group colonoscopy appointment with Tom Hanks every year, the 3 of them.
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah,
they don't.
yes, they do. Every year they take a selfie. Martin Short talked about it on like a stand-up show one time. They're like, yeah, once we hit 40, Tom called us up and was like, hey guys, it's time for colonoscopy. So the 3 of them, Tom Hanks, Martin Short, Steve Martin, go to their colonoscopy
I
appointment
need
every year
friends
together.
my age.
We'll go to colonoscopy appointments with you if you want.
Yeah. Well, Todd and I are going in the morning. You heard him.
How's it having a new assistant?
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's hard to have an assistant
Why is that?
because I have such self-hatred and self-loathing that like it's hard to look at another person in the house because like you know like you go, you take the kids to school, you work out, and you shower, and then you walk up the stairs, and you're like,
They're there.
they're there.
Yeah, they end up becoming like kind of like a roommate who doesn't stay the night, but they're there all the time. Like Todd and Zane's assistant, I love them both, but sometimes I like want to come down and just sit in the living room.
Right.
But they're there, and I don't want to deal with small talk. I just wish I could be in my
I
own
hate when
space.
Matt's not into small talk. I've hit Matt on those days when he's
Matt
not
is the
chatty.
king of small talk.
No, he is.
Like
but
you
if
bring
he's
him
not
to a party.
into it,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I love going to parties with Matt. Even when I'm like I'm
Yeah.
invited somewhere, I'll
you
bring
guys
Matt.
are really fun drunk.
But Matt will just be like, I can just sit in a corner, and Matt's going I just see him go from group to group, and by the end of the night, Matt's made 11 new friends. He's like, did you know this guy actually worked at Snapchat with this guy that made at this other party? And
That's why he was homecoming king.
But the flaw of it all, I forget all of them.
You forget the
I
people.
forget majority, or I go to parties like every weekend, and someone's coming up to me like, "Dude, how the hell are you? It was so nice meeting you," but they won't say where it was. But clearly, we had a really good, nice conversation, and I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, you're
a
real.
little bit of dementia.
Are you good with names?
Kinda like Patricia. Some of Patricia's friends, I forget their names a lot, and I have to go on Instagram before I see them to make sure. I'm like, "What's their name?" And Patricia's like, "You've hung out with them so many times." I'm like, "I know, but we're always like getting drunk and we're hanging out, and it's too rude to ask for their name."
Yeah, I feel like I need like a PowerPoint of like who everybody is, where they work, and like what their relationship is. Like it'd be nice to have like a deck that you can review before you go out to party, so you know who everyone is and what they're doing.
I'm pretty good with names. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. Like I try my best, and I've actually dazzled some people by many times in my life by knowing their name, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, you know my name?" I'm like, "Yes."
I'm good with fans' names though. Like if I just meet
try that too.
you and like I'm still out and about at
Yeah.
like a festival, and then I come back and I meet that person, I'm
I'm
like,
good at that
"April,
too.
how are you?"
Somebody came up to me a couple months ago. They were like, I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and they're like, "I have met you before. I met you so and so 2 years ago," and like dressed me down. Why would you do that?
Oh, like was like not thrilled that you didn't remember someone that you met for 30 seconds 2 years ago.
She was not thrilled that I remembered. I didn't remember her.
Yeah.
And I always say the same thing. I go, "I'm old." I go, I don't like that. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's
What
tough.
is that?
Dude,
Yeah.
that happened to me in college.
If nobody remembered my name, I would go, "Oh, I guess I didn't leave an impression. I guess I'm not that interesting." What the fuck? Who comes up and does that? Like, that's what I would say. Like, if anybody. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, I did a shitty job.
It's one thing if you like were invited over to their house and had a meal with them, and then they saw you, 6 months later, and you forgot their name. But when you're doing a meet and greet where you're meeting 1,000 people on a tour for 30 seconds at a
It
time,
wasn't even a meet and greet. It was somebody's girlfriend.
See what I usually
Which is just
say,
like, I barely know the somebody. I'm here. I'm like, "Yeah, hi."
yeah,
You know, David's a genius though. When he says to anybody that he meets and fans and stuff, he goes, "Good to see you."
yep.
Because good to see you.
I
it's
don't
not
like good
nice,
to see you.
it's not
I've
nice
seen it.
to
I've
meet you.
seen good to see
Dude,
you. People can see through good to see you.
No,
if you
they
say good
can't.
to see you.
No, they can't.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Regular
Oh,
people?
If somebody
No.
says good to see you to me, I'm like, "Oh, they don't know my name."
Right, but that's you. You know the trick that this is. A lot of
Everybody
people
knows the good to see you trick.
No, they don't.
Everybody knows it. You're not fooling anybody with good to see you. David thinks he's fooling everybody. He's not.
I stole it from him, and it's one of the best things I've ever
And
learned
I
from
met
him.
somebody,
think so.
and we weren't sure if we had met each other before because they were like, "I feel like I have met you," and I'm like, "I feel like I have too." And I go, "It's just good to see you," and they go, "That's it, yeah, good to see you." I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's the line to say."
Or nice to see you is also great too. Instead of like, "Oh, this is whatever," you say, "Nice to see you." Because if they say
That's even better.
nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cold.
Oh, I love it.
It feels so fake.
Isn't it?
Nice to
isn't
see
it,
you.
Isn't it better than saying "great to meet you" and they go, "We've met before"? That's what you're avoiding.
You're gonna meet Dave Chappelle again. He's gonna be like, "Nice to see you."
What I do is I go, "Hey, I'm on acid." And they go, "What?" And I go, "I took acid. I took a tab acid. I'm barely here.
Really?
Have fun, guys."
Yeah, that works. That'll help.
I did that in college one time where I had to take an acid, but we were like on our come down and we went to this party because like me and my friend really wanted to go. Let's go talk to people. We were like in a really like conversational mood. And I was like meeting people there. I'm like, "Yeah, we did acid earlier." So it's just like, we're like crazy. And then they went around and told like the host of the party, like,
no.
"Your friend's here on acid." And it was like a UT party, like very like the smart kids kind of party.
Oh.
And all these people were coming up to me all night trying to talk to me and look in me in my eyes. And I'm fine. I was in control.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have told people I had done acid because everyone was trying to like mess with me. And I'm like, "Stop."
You're like me. Like when I would do drugs with my friends, I would be like, "Let's go out. Let's go out and like talk to people." And they'd be like, "No, we don't want to do that."
Oh, I need some just stimulation.
Oh,
yeah.
And because if you're like on drugs and you like change the scenery,
Oh,
then
it's like
just
going
like,
on
whoa.
vacation.
It's like,
Like, yeah. You're like, "Oh, we can go somewhere else." And there's gonna be different people and different music.
Right.
It's not this
really
room
funny.
anymore. Yeah, I like doing that.
It's like a little vacation.
But that was college.
You know, Mike, I was grocery shopping the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I went down an aisle that for me was kind of memory lane.
A little nostalgic.
Yeah, the cereal aisle.
I know.
I miss cereal. I've had to give it up because as you get older, you realize that all the cereal we were eating as kids is just full of sugar.
Yeah, it's not healthy. There's no protein. There's no. It's just not great.
I know.
And one of my favorite things to do Saturday morning is pop on a cartoon, feel like a kid again, and get into some Magic Spoon, the sponsor of this episode.
And then you try to go for the healthy cereals, and they don't taste as good.
Tastes like something for grandma or
They
grandpa.
they don't hit that spot, you know? I've been looking for a good alternative, and thankfully, both of us, have found one, and that is with Magic Spoon.
And we're all trying to eat better, but a healthy breakfast does not have to be boring. Magic Spoon has all the flavors you love, but without the bad stuff. And I gotta say, one of my favorite things to do Saturday morning, pop on a cartoon, get some Magic Spoon, and feel like a kid again. Ooh. It is the best part of my weekend.
I'm going to do that this Saturday. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. Y'all, it's 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein,
and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving.
And when we're talking about calories, it's only 140 calories a serving.
Oh my God. And it's so filling too. You had 140 calories. The most bang for your buck.
It's keto friendly,
gluten-free,
grain-free,
soy-free, and low carb.
And they got the variety pack, y'all. And they got 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter.
You can change it up every day of the week or get through a flavor, move on to the next one. They are all just as delicious as the last one.
So go to magicspoon.com/hoot and grab a variety pack and try it today.
You've heard people talking about Magic Spoon. We're here to tell you that the hype is real. It is delicious.
And be sure to use our promo code HOOT, HOOT, to save $5 off your first order.
Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee.
So if you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money, no questions asked.
So remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/hoot.
And use the code HOOT to save $5 off. And thank you to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's episode.
And you know, Matt, something I like to do is get a little bit experimental. Like if you mix up cocoa and peanut butter, it tastes like peanut butter cups. And it's not just for breakfast also. If you're just in the middle of the day, you want a little hearty snack, tastes good, feels good, is good.
I mean, heck, right now, it's only like 5 p.m. I'm going to go mix up my Magic Spoon and...
do a little magic in the kitchen?
Yeah.
When are we going to party again, huh, guys?
Oh, I feel like in the winter is party time. That's what I'm starting to learn in my adult age. In the summertime, everyone's got stuff to do. It's nice out. There's things to do during the day. There's events. And like, so partying is not as, attainable. It's also light out way later. So you'll go to dinner at 7, 8 p.m. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. But when it gets dark at like 5 p.m. and it's dark at 5 p.m. for like 3 months and it's not that warm outside, there's nothing to do. There's way less stuff to do, so it's more enticing to go to a party.
Concept.
I don't go out though with like our group anymore like we used to.
Why not?
Because going out with David, it's so stressful because you can't commit to anything. You're crammed in a Tesla. You're showing up to some club and you're like, "Oh, we finally got in." And David's like, "No, this sucks. It sucks. Let's
You're
go."
there for 30
And you're like,
seconds.
Come on.
Yep.
He's like, "We need to go somewhere else." And then you're hopping around. You're ending up in the hills where it's those like one-way street.
And it's the party where there's valet and it's like some kid's house that we don't even know if we're going to get in.
Right.
You're waiting 45 minutes and you can't call an Uber because there's no service.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
But
They
he
let me
doesn't,
know
he
on a
doesn't film
weekday.
anymore anyway.
Oh yeah,
But I mean,
but just the
not like
idea
that.
of going out sometimes with the group, I'm like, where are we going? Is
Right.
there a plan?
Yeah,
No, I get it. I think it's different when you're like, my sole purpose to going out was the vlog.
To get content, right?
Yeah,
Which
so
is
it never
different
mattered
than...
to me if we left in 20 minutes. But I get that. If you're out to actually have a good time. That's like when we were in the Amalfi Coast. Like, we were there. We got there. It was beautiful. It was amazing. But there was nothing to shoot.
Yeah.
Unless
So
you
it just
wanted to shoot
feels like
prosciutto.
it feels like you're wasting time when you're not shooting something.
Right. So half the group was like, there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
And the other half was like, well, we can go swimming.
Yeah.
You know?
I like when you come over to my house.
I love coming over to your house.
We'll be having a Saturday. You'll pop in.
I got to get rid of my kids.
You're in the home stretch though, kind of.
Did you know my kids don't pay rent?
They don't have a job.
Nothing.
Get them a job.
Where? They don't have any skills.
Yes,
how
they
old?
do.
15 and 12. Never given me a dime. Never a dollar.
I don't think
What
I
is
gave-
this?
That's I think the way it's supposed to work as a parent, Jay.
I know I never worked. Did you have a job when you were a kid?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you made money.
Yeah, 16.
When I was like,
How much?
how much I got paid? I used to do inflatable game rentals. Like people would hire like a bounce house for a private party.
Jesus
$20
Christ.
an hour. $20 an hour, but only for the hours of the party. So you still had to get to
You
work.
owned the inflatables?
No, I worked for an inflatable
Oh, you
company.
worked for them.
Yeah. So I did that when I was like 16, then worked at Chuck E. Cheese's.
How much would you make?
Chuck E. Cheese's?
How much did you make for the inflatables? How much?
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour. Oh, I thought you could rent the inflatable. Okay, I see.
No.
$20 an hour. That's good.
$20 an hour for an inflatable?
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I thought maybe in Texas.
$20 an hour, but only for the party.
How much for Chuck E. Cheese did you make? How much you make?
I don't know, like $13.50. It wasn't bad
Did you like Chuck E. Cheese?
when I was stoned. Yeah,
You'd go to an entire shift stoned,
sometimes.
and you were able to get through it.
Those were like the best shifts. Actually, I didn't mind it. It wasn't bad.
Did you ever go through a whole shift stoned and like it started and ended before you knew it?
Yeah, I remember being stoned one time.
That
and-
sounds really good.
Yeah, I remember being stoned one time, and I was fixing like a ticket jam or something, and this mom was like with her baby. She's like, "I don't know how you would do this job not being stoned," and I was like, "I'm high as a kite right now."
No drug test at Chuck E. Cheese? Oh,
You're close to like having a little bit more freedom in your life.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'd like to meet somebody.
You're trying to, yeah.
Yeah, I know we're dating apps. I have to meet people in person.
Oh yeah, no.
Joe was saying I
I
should
never-
like go to Brentwood and like hang out there.
like hang out at the Brentwood Country Mart and stuff.
Yeah, and like maybe catch a mom.
No.
You don't think
Bring
that's a
your
good
dog.
idea?
If you
Bring
your
the dog. Yeah, that would help.
There are a lot of good-looking people in Brentwood, I will say.
I-
And they all
Do you
are-
look at people's hands to see if they have a ring or not?
No, but you should. That's actually a good thing to do.
Yeah, I just didn't know if like you really like looked for that.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Yeah.
I went to try to take the dog to Fryman yesterday, so like I would maybe see somebody like a mom or something, but all I saw was Scott and Todd and Jay.
What would be your opening line?
Nice painting.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't have a line. I wouldn't try at all. I just hope that like they were interested in the dog and then maybe be interested in me. But I think I'm a lost cause. I really do.
I believe in you.
I don't think so,
I
Jay.
do. I believe it's a lost cause. I don't have what it takes.
You
I
don't think
truly
you have
don't.
what it takes? You don't think
I
a
don't
girl
want-
would want what you have?
I just wouldn't want a relationship to stress you out. If it's like
I
it's
don't
something
think-
that should be making you really happy is
Yeah.
making you like
That's
you feel
every relationship-
inconvenienced by it.
Every relationship I ever had, I'm in it and I'm like,
It's a job.
it's a job. I can't.
No, but that's not. Those aren't good relationships. The good relationship should feel like it's a benefit to your life and giving you energy back, not sucking it out from you.
I know. I think maybe I'm just selfish.
I don't think so. I think you've just been with like. I think this is a thing that happens to really nice giving people is people who are takers see people who are givers,
Right.
and will just,
Right.
over excavate from
But
them.
when I think back on all my relationships, I'm like, they gave a lot too. But I just didn't. I just got tired of it.
But what's
You have a lot going on though in your life. In your
I
life,
do,
In,
I
in
do.
your life is like it's really hard to predict. Someone your age normally has like a steady job, and they go to work, time's off.
I
Let's
also-
enjoy each other's time. You don't know what's going to happen every hour.
We were in Italy. We all had dinner, and Susie. We were all going on the room, like talking deeply or whatever. And she's like, Susie was like, I'm surprised that Jason doesn't have anybody in his life like that, and which is a nice thing to say. And I told her, I said, I chose you guys.
Oh.
I chose you guys over. A
I think
relationship.
maybe in the last couple of years that was probably true, but you've become moderately successful, and to the point where like you don't need to be worried about the things that you used to be worried about. So
Right.
you have an opening that you didn't have before. Like you were trying to fill a gap before, whether it was
I really don't.
financially or
David
like
wants to tape me to the wall at 5, so I gotta
Take you where?
tape him to
me
the wall.
Oh. What is this? 2017?
I know what I want to talk about with you guys.
What's up?
Yeah.
This is what I'm really interested in. So I got married when I was 30. So you guys are right there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, guys
You're
are-
saying, like when is the next chapter?
Yeah.
going to happen?
it's
I think
like
for me,
It's-
sooner than later.
it's like right there.
I look forward to the next chapter a lot.
I wonder what will happen like when you guys get married and you have kids. I wonder what I'll be doing.
You can't predict the future like that. People have 5-year, 10-year plans, unless you're on a regular career
You're right.
trajectory.
You're right.
Lawyer, doctor, sure. But in the entertainment, YouTube, like Vine didn't exist when Matt was in high school.
I don't mean
like,
career-wise. I mean
Okay.
just like friendship-wise, like relationship-wise. But I also think you're right in that respect that you can't really predict anything because you guys might get married, but you know, Todd might be single or Brandon might be single or you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I have faith that it's all going to work out.
I agree.
Because I always look at what's happening now and I'm like, gosh, this is just great.
do you really have faith?
Yes. I have faith that it will work out.
And that's so hard to
And where
for me to
everyone
wrap.
is exactly where they need to be.
Well-
I don't know. Have you had like chapters, I guess, in your life where you've looked back going like, oh, I hate being in this chapter right now.
No, I don't look back on anything that was bad. Even when I was like miserable, like I had my kids,
Yeah.
you know, like, and that was something, you know, even when I was like unhappily married or whatever, like I had them, they were great.
I do worry. Sometimes it gets in my head where I do worry about everyone else's happiness over my own.
You worry about everyone else's happiness?
Sometimes, like I really want,
Oh, not with this group.
this group.
You
You
don't have
think
to worry
everyone's
about
going to be
it.
fine? No, I just hope that they enjoy the next half of their lives.
What do you mean?
Like I think obviously we're all going to be being friends and continuing to do this for forever, but some things will be different, and them like looking back thinking that, oh, these are the good times, they're the better times, and not being fulfilled in the next chapter. You know what I mean by that?
100%.
Like even though they have the money, we've had a lot of fun, and yes, the pacing of your day to day is a little different. I'm worried about some people being lost. Only really a few people I'm
Okay.
concerned about. I don't want to name out names and stuff, but I hope they start changing it up, how they start viewing the world and how things play out, because it's going to affect them as they continue into like further adulthood.
So you're saying like kind of take stock in what you have now and appreciate what you have now because this is probably as good as it's going to get.
No,
not.
it's not that
no.
this is good as it's going to get, but when it changes, it can still be good if you choose for it to be good when it changes.
Ah, I see.
Being
Interesting.
optimistic, even knowing that things are going to change, which maybe some people haven't even realized yet, is like this
Right.
isn't going to be the same. But just because it's different doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Like Vine went away, and then the best things happen.
Right,
So
right,
like
right.
when things change, you have to be open to the opportunities and not look at it like, well, that's over now, so now I'm not happy anymore.
Right.
Like people who say, I hated when I was in high school and college, and older people would always say to me, "Oh, it's the best 4 years of your life," and I'm just like, if
That's a dumb thing to say.
that's what you believe, because that's what you believe. I was like, this is definitely not living in a shitty house with 10 people drinking every single night of the week, like going to class. This is not going to be the happiest 4 years of my life.
I never try to tell young people anything.
Yeah. Because
It's so dumb.
but for those people that believe that, it's true to them because that's what they've said and they believe.
Right.
So like, and for you moving forward, there's only
I'll be dead.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Matt, wishful thinking.
We'll
I
find
hope
we'll
not.
get you a girl. I believe you'll find a girl. I think you got a lot to offer.
All right. Thanks for being on the Hoot and a Half podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Zane. Wrong podcast. I'm Matt.
Jason, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys. I
You
love
haven't
this
changed a bit.
podcast. I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Please do.
I watched the last one.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
YouTube channel, podcast,
Just my YouTube channel and the podcast. That's it.
Instagram,
And
TikTok.
Yep.
Comment dog advice for Jason.
Yeah,
How
that'd
he
be
can
great.
Keep his golden retriever in line.
Send your pictures of your mom
Yeah.
that are single.
All right. Thank you, Jason
All right,
Nash.
guys.
All right.
Bye.
Seriously, if guys talk to everybody out there, it'd be pretty cool if I was your stepdad, right? I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Take you to Six Flags and then go bang your mom.